Welcome to the Deep Dive. You know how this works. We get our hands dirty and really dig into the stuff you give us.
Yeah, we like to get down to the nitty-gritty.
That's right. Today's all about snap-in-place marketing systems. It's about how they've helped so many solopreneurs achieve incredible growth.
Exactly. Yeah, you've given us this fascinating collection of case studies.
Oh, yeah.
Real entrepreneurs
Yeah.
using the system with some really great results.
And what's so interesting is that they work with such a wide range of businesses.
Really diverse.
Okay, so we know that snap-in-place marketing systems really focuses on three main types of clients.
Right.
Coaches, virtual assistants, and marketers. But the case studies you gave me feature some people who don't really fit neatly into those boxes.
Yeah, that's right.
We have Dario, who was kind of this all-over-the-place freelancer before he got things structured. Then there's Christy. She's a marketing coach who was struggling with the whole digital marketing scene.
Right.
And then Pamela, who owned a brick-and-mortar business and scaled it internationally.
Yeah, and that's what makes this so fascinating, right?
Yeah.
These case studies really prove that even though these entrepreneurs are from different backgrounds and they face unique challenges,
Totally.
the system helps them reach incredible levels of success.
Okay, so let's just jump right into Dario's story.
Okay.
He reminds me of so many people just starting out, just hustling, taking every gig that came their way, just trying to make ends meet.
Yeah, just trying to survive,
But he was ready for something more.
He wanted more.
Yeah, and that's where snap-in-place marketing systems came in.
Yeah.
They helped him define his professional identity.
Yes, something a lot of freelancers struggle with, for sure.
Totally. They helped him figure out his ideal client.
Yeah, who are the people that really need his services and who are going to pay for them?
Right, and they gave him a structured approach to marketing. Now, the results are pretty impressive. His online presence just blew up in a matter of weeks.
Oh, wow.
He got something like 3,000 followers.
That's huge.
But it's not just about the numbers,
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
These weren't random followers. These were his ideal clients, the people who were ready to actually invest in his services.
Yeah, that's focusing on the right people and not just trying to reach everybody.
Right. Quality over quantity.
Absolutely.
It wasn't just like throwing up a website and hoping for the best. Snap-in-place marketing systems really worked with him to develop a multi-platform approach. He wasn't just relying on social media or email marketing. He was using a combination of strategies that worked together seamlessly.
Right, a holistic approach.
Totally. And they didn't stop there. They gave him mentorship and guidance, which I think is so important for solopreneurs because they're often working alone.
Yeah, they need that support system.
Exactly. They helped him move from that hustling phase to a much more strategic and sustainable way of running his business.
So from chaos to control.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So how does Dario's experience connect with those three ideal client types that we talked about? Coaches, virtual assistants, and marketers.
Well, even though Dario didn't exactly identify as a coach, his journey is a lot like the challenges many coaches face.
I see there.
When they're making that transition from freelancing to a more established business,
Right.
They need that clear identity, a defined target audience, and a system for finding and managing clients.
That makes sense.
And that's exactly what snap-in-place marketing systems helped Dario achieve.
Okay, so Dario's story shows us that even if you don't fit perfectly into one of those three categories,
Right.
the core ideas of snap-in-place marketing systems can still work.
Absolutely, it's adaptable.
Okay, so let's move on to Christy. Now, she was already a marketing coach,
Okay.
but she was struggling with digital marketing. It's such a common problem. So many people get overwhelmed with all the different platforms and strategies.
It's like drinking from a fire hose.
Exactly.
Right.
And for Christy, it was even more challenging.
Okay.
Because she was used to those more traditional marketing methods like direct mail.
Right, the old school way.
She'd tried everything courses, those marketing gurus. She even tried to figure it out herself. But nothing seemed to be working.
She wasn't seeing the results.
Right. She needed a way to cut through all the noise and get those real results.
Yeah, make some real progress.
And that's where snap-in-place marketing systems came in. And what's really interesting is that they used a data-driven approach with Christy.
Okay.
No more guessing games.
Yeah.
It was all about using data to make decisions.
Right, making it concrete.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They set her up with these custom analytics dashboards so she could actually track her campaign performance in detail. She could see what was working, what wasn't working.
That's so valuable.
And then she could use that data to make smart decisions about her marketing.
So instead of just throwing stuff out there and hoping something sticks.
Yeah, like spaghetti at a wall.
Oh, exactly.
She actually had a plan based on real data.
Like a roadmap.
It's like having a GPS for your marketing.
I love that analogy.
And what happened? Well, she finally started building a lead funnel that was actually converting, bringing in those clients she'd been working so hard to reach.
It's amazing what data can do.
Right. It takes the guesswork out of it and makes everything so much more efficient.
Much more strategic.
So how does Christy's experience connect to those three ideal client types? Coaches, virtual assistants, and marketers.
Well, it's really about understanding your audience.
Okay.
Creating messages that resonate with them.
Yeah.
And using the right tools to reach them effectively.
So it's all connected.
It is. Those principles are universal.
Yeah.
Whether you're a coach, a VA, or a marketer, they all apply.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
So we've got Dario, who started as a freelancer, and Christy, the marketing coach, who was struggling with digital marketing.
Right.
Now let's talk about Pamela. Her story is so interesting because she owned a brick-and-mortar business.
Okay.
Which some people might think is the opposite of the digital world.
Yeah, the old school way.
But she was able to use snap-in-place marketing systems to not only scale her local business, but also expand internationally.
Oh, wow.
So it shows that no matter what kind of business you have,
yeah,
digital marketing can play a huge role in your success.
I completely agree.
So what was Pamela's initial goal when she started working with snap-in-place marketing systems?
Well, believe it or not, her initial request was really simple.
Okay.
She just wanted a single Facebook post to promote her workshops.
From a single Facebook post to international expansion.
Well, I know, right? It's a huge jump.
What did they do?
They helped her think bigger,
Yeah.
They helped her build a much more sophisticated marketing machine.
Okay.
And it wasn't just about Facebook. They built this multi-platform funnel that connected Facebook, Instagram. They even used many chatbots and WhatsApp groups.
Wow, so it was like an orchestra of different tools all working together.
Exactly. And the crazy thing is Pamela had less than a week to get ready for her international launch.
Really? Less than a week?
Yeah, talk about a tight timeline.
So what happened?
Well, they managed to launch this targeted campaign, and the results were phenomenal.
Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat here.
She saw a 150% increase in leads compared to her previous national campaigns.
That's insane.
I know, right? And her cost per lead was way lower than anything she'd seen before.
So she was getting more leads for less money.
Exactly. It was a huge win.
That's awesome. Now, how does Pamela's experience apply to those three core client types of snap-in-place marketing systems?
Well, think about it. Coaches, VAs, marketers, they all struggle with similar things, right?
Yeah, like getting the word out about their services.
Yes.
Attracting the right clients.
Uh-huh.
And managing their workload.
Right.
Pamela's story just shows that regardless of what your industry is,
yeah,
you can use digital marketing to grow your business.
Absolutely.
So we've got Dario, started as a freelancer, Christy, the marketing coach, and Pamela with her local business who went international.
A very diverse group.
All three achieved incredible results with snap-in-place marketing systems. But I think we need to unpack exactly how they did it.
Yes. What are the key principles? What are the strategies?
Right. That's where we're headed next.
Let's dive in.
All right. So we saw how Dario, Christy, and Pamela all got these amazing results.
Yeah.
But now let's really dig into what made it so effective for each of them.
Okay.
I mean, their businesses were so different.
Yes. Very diverse.
But there have to be some common threads that led to their success.
Right. Like a secret recipe, but with different ingredients.
Exactly. So what are those core ingredients? What's in that secret sauce?
Well, one of the most important things they focus on is building a strong foundation, right? Remember how they helped Dario figure out his professional identity and who his ideal client was?
Yeah.
That's the key to any successful marketing strategy.
Yeah, it's like building a house, right? You can't build it on sand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need that solid foundation.
And snap-in-place marketing systems gets that.
They get it.
They don't just throw tactics at people and say, good luck.
No, they work with you.
They help you figure out who you are, what makes you unique, and who you want to reach.
And once you have that figured out,
yeah,
everything else starts falling into place.
It's like you need to know where you're going before you can get there.
You got it. You need a destination.
And we saw that clarity in all three cases.
Yeah.
Dario, Christy, Pamela, totally different businesses.
Mm-hmm.
But they all understood their value and who their ideal client was.
They had that clarity.
Okay, so that's principle number one.
Solid foundation.
What else?
Another key thing is using different marketing platforms.
Right. We talked about that multi-platform thing. But what does that actually look like?
Well, it can be different for every client.
Okay.
But some of the things they often use are targeted social media campaigns, email marketing, making sure content is created and distributed, and data analytics.
Data analytics.
That's crucial.
You can't get away from data these days, can you?
It's the key.
It's like the secret ingredient.
Because it's all about making decisions based on what the data's telling you, not just on your gut feeling.
Exactly.
Snap-in-place marketing systems gives you the tools and training you need to use that data.
You become like a data ninja.
Yes, exactly.
But it can't be just about numbers. Right.
That's right.
We talked about connecting with people, being authentic.
You have to remember that there are real people behind all that data.
Real humans.
Yeah.
So how does Snap-in-Place marketing systems factor that in?
Well, they help you build relationships with your audience.
Okay.
Create valuable content. Send personalized emails.
So you're not just sending out generic blasts.
No, you want to build trust.
You want to build those connections.
You want people to feel seen and heard.
Okay, so they use automation, but also keep that personal touch.
Exactly. Finding the right balance.
It's like they're creating a community around your brand.
Yeah, like a little ecosystem.
So we've got the strong foundation, multi-platform marketing, data, human connection.
Those are the big ones.
What's next? How do those things become a plan of action?
That's a great question, and that's what we're going to dive into next.
All right, so we've talked about all the theory, but now let's get practical.
Yeah, let's see how Snap-in-Place marketing systems puts all this into action.
Right. How do they actually help solopreneurs use these principles?
Well, one of the first things they do is create a strategic roadmap for each client.
Okay, so it's not just a one-size-fits-all.
No, not at all. They really get to know each client, their business, their goals, their target audience, everything.
So it's customized.
Totally. It's like a blueprint for success.
Okay, I like that. So once they have the roadmap, what's next?
Well, they use a whole bunch of tools and tactics.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Well, they do things like targeted social media campaigns, email marketing automation, content creation and distribution, getting the word out there.
Yeah, getting your content seen.
And of course, they're all about data analytics.
Data.
Can't live without it these days.
But it's not just about collecting the data.
No, it's about knowing what to do with it.
Right.
And Snap-in-Place marketing systems helps its clients become data experts.
Data ninjas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But even with all this data and technology,
yeah,
you can't forget about the human element.
Right, the human connection.
Because ultimately, you're trying to connect with real people.
Real people with real needs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they help their clients create these personalized experiences.
So it's not just about sending out automated messages.
No, it's about responding to inquiries, sending personal notes, really building that relationship.
So it's a mix of high tech and high touch.
You got it. And what I think is really cool is that they actually build a whole community around their clients.
Really? How do they do that?
They have online forums, where clients can connect, share ideas, get support.
So it's like a support group?
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
And it really shows how much they care about their clients' success.
Yeah, it's not just about making a quick buck.
No, they're in it for the long haul.
That's great.
Yeah.
So to recap, they help solopreneurs by building that strong foundation.
Right.
They use all sorts of marketing tools and strategies across different platforms. They teach them how to use data effectively. And they never forget about the importance of building relationships with real people.
It's a holistic approach.
It really is.
Yeah.
So if you're a solopreneur who's feeling stuck.
Yeah, lost in the weeds.
Or just looking to take things to the next level.
Level up.
Snap-in-Place marketing systems could be the answer.
Definitely worth checking out.
That's all the time we have for this deep dive into Snap-in-Place marketing systems.
I hope everyone found it valuable.
It's been really insightful.
Really eye-opening.
Keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing those boundaries.
And we'll see you next time for another deep dive.